Okay, Huber.
Yo.
So many good games at this show. You got to check out but not play
Hands off. All my stuff was hands off.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Hands off. No touch.
And we talked to the director.
Oh, great. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm walking around.
Did you end up seeing the presentation or no?
I didn't get to. My
Dang it.
Annapurna thing was an hour and a half long, so.
Dang it. Okay. So I got to see like a 20, 30-ish, 30 plus minute hunt, basically.
Sick.
And it was in the desert biome, which we've seen. They said there will be more,
Okay.
different varieties
Good to know.
elsewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Seen a lot of desert.
They said the map is like 2 times the size of Wilds.
World.
Of Worlds?
Worlds.
Wow.
Okay, Worlds.
Just
World
one world.
by itself or World plus Iceborne?
No, I don't think Iceborne as well.
Okay,
so
okay.
they're like, yeah, it's like twice as big. So they were just doing a standard hunt. They were hunting like the bull creatures. It was a Doshaguma. I think that's how you
yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I know what you're talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
So they were hunting those. And they were using the Charge Blade.
Those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're using the Charge Blade. They were hunting that. They were on their little mount, and some of the cool little features were like they were on their mount and they just grappled to gather items, so they didn't have to stop.
Love that.
Oh, wow.
Love that.
Yeah, so just quality of life, easy, just cutting back on the hassle of some things there. The visuals, again, like seeing these games on stream versus seeing them in person is so crazy.
Yeah.
Because it just looks amazing. It looks
Nice.
so good visually.
Nice.
I really loved one of the other main things too. I loved were like, again, I just disclaimer as well. I really have only really played. I played Rise a little bit, but World was my jam. Weekly hunts. Played that thing for like 150 hours. Iceborne, all of it. So I'm a veteran of World, but not Monster Hunter the franchise really. But I really loved that there were different towns just on the map. So, the player character like got in a little hunt and then went to this other place, and it was just like this little camp where like bigger than a camp, but like smaller than a town.
That's cool.
With like NPCs everywhere.
Oh,
They had
shoot.
like
All
different.
right.
I wrote down Shenmue because they had like different schedules and stuff.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
Oh,
they would
yeah,
like
okay.
follow their schedules and whatnot. So it just felt more alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. No loading as well, just like seamlessly going into all the zones, which is
Nice.
amazing. There was like there's so much, like Monster Hunter's so playful. So there was like a cheese vendor in the town.
Yeah.
And she's like, cheese and thank you.
Did you get to see a cooking animation? Have they revealed that yet?
I did
Aw.
see some cooking and everyone
Okay.
cheered. It was amazing.
Was it the Palicos cooking or the players?
It was the Palicos.
Yay.
Yes. There was like some like butter meat the butter thing. It was cool.
Cool.
The Palicos, I just think are more involved now, like everywhere. Like you could go out and just have them build you a camp, like out in the wild, instead of
wow.
like throwing a tent down or whatever. Like, in World you would like, load into the map and you just have your tent there. The Palicos would like get out there, like they were like building the tent with like a hammer and stuff. It looked so cool. Another thing I really like too, again, more quality of life stuff, is they were out exploring, but they were not on a quest. So then they went up to a monster, and then after a couple hits, it started the quest.
Got it.
So just ease of
okay.
access there, which
That's
I really
cool.
like. Another huge thing is your mount can hold an additional weapon.
This is
There we
crazy.
go.
So you can swap weapons mid-battle. or
Chocobo
mid-
saddle.
This
Yes.
is sick.
So-
That's such a crazy idea to me.
Yeah, I love that.
The implications of that are really cool. Like, because you could start a fight in a certain way and end it in another way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
or, like.
Start with the hammer, break some
Yeah,
off, and
yeah,
then switch to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if you're going out in a squad, you start with your glaive or whatever, and then if your party is getting like hurt, needs a buff, go back, get the horn out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah. They were using the gun we see in a lot of the footage, the like gun on the mount. I just think that's like epic vibes, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's good to like kite them, you know? I thought of you, dummy. I kite them over.
Yep.
There was a little bit of a turf war. They lured the Doshigomas or whatever into like they went over the sand dune and then down, and they were being chased by them, and then the like little sandworms all came out and were like attacking them.
Okay,
So like
yeah.
luring, and you know that's a staple, of course, luring
Yeah.
them into different locations, and they used some barrels as well. They found a sleeping monster
okay.
and used some
Yes.
barrels, classic stuff like that.
Was it a video or were they playing it?
They were playing.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
They were playing,
cool,
and
cool,
it did even crash. They were like, "Yo, sorry, like let's run it back." Like,
Okay.
you
Got
know,
it.
work in progress. Full, you know.
Hell yeah.
They're like still months out, like still a ways away
No,
for it
yeah,
to come out.
I love that.
Yeah. The sandstorm
Sandstorm.
is insane. Like Mad Max Fury Road. Let's
Nice.
go.
I'll clap for that.
Yes. It like the heart of the storm comes and there's just like lightning.
Yes.
The whole screen, like all the visuals change. The monster was getting like more agitated. It was like pissed off because it was in this big storm now. And that's not the only thing too. Like when the storm cleared, it completely changes like the life
Yeah.
around the area. So then they went over to a tree and there were like little birds like just nesting, hatching. So it's like big about weather and not like necessarily seasons, but like weather changes a lot about
Yeah.
where things are. And
Sick.
I think even ingredients that you can find in craft as well.
Oh,
That's
sure,
cool.
Depending on you know, yeah, I think some things are only in the storm.
Oh,
versus,
yeah.
like,
That's what,
I could definitely
okay,
see
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Yep,
so-
that seems. Yep.
Going
Like
to
it
the
would reveal a certain mineral or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
The Plenty. That's it. After the storm, more resources. It's called the Plenty. So
The
yeah,
plenty.
yeah. You can always.
So that's a
also-
cool risk reward, I imagine. Like the
Yeah.
monster might be harder, things are crazier in the storm, but then if you make it through,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. And then you could also like use your grapple for traps. They like you know grapple the thing and it came crashing down. And then the final turf war was the Doshiguma or whatever against the like lightning bird thing that they have like kind of
okay,
refused to
okay.
Maybe
fully
the,
acknowledge.
Maybe
Yeah.
the flagship monster,
Yeah.
maybe, whose name we don't know, maybe.
So they were battling, and then the lightning monster was like wrecking it. So then it like retreated away, you know, the classic limping
Yeah, yeah,
away.
Yeah.
And that's when they, you know, set up the barrels and boom, and then carved the monster, and that was it.
My God.
Looks incredible. I even made I was pretty like chill this whole summer game fest. Like I didn't like, you know, ambush or get crazy with too many people. But when it crashed, I was like, everything's fine for the goatee, you know? All is forgiven for the goatee. Like
Yeah.
it's chill. Like we are ready. We've arrived.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah. So definitely going I it's gonna be one of the best games of the year. Like
Yeah.
I would if I was in Vegas, I would put my money down on Wilds being one of the best video games of the year, no question.
Yeah.
So
And if you want more content about Monster Hunter Wilds, Huber did a great interview with the devs and like sat down. We talked to them for like, I don't
Yeah.
know, 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Really, really good interview.
Yes.
Asked some good questions.
So
some
fun.
stuff that I know people were wondering about. So check it out. It's up now also, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
there's all going up at the same
Okay.
time. Yep.
heck
Sick.
yeah.
Check it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
2025. Can't come soon enough.
And yeah, if you like all of this, head over to patreon.com/easyallies. Keep all this cool stuff going so we can play more games, talk about more games, do this podcast every week. And there's a lot of Summer Game Fest stuff to get into, so get over there and devour all that on that official playlist. And we will see you very soon.